You all know, anyone who is watching this for the first time, this is a series where I am reviewing this wonderful book. So I just sorted my watch out. Manifest: 7 Steps to Living Your Best Life by Roxie Nafousi. And because this is a series, you will find the playlist of all the previous 6 recordings before. So please do listen to this in order. Otherwise, it's not going to make much sense. Now, I enjoy these book club sessions as much as I hope you do, because for me, this is a crucial part of walking my talk. When I'm doing this, it really enforces my daily practice. And my channel is really focusing on what we can all do. There's loads of different tools and techniques, some which will resonate with you, some which won't, which will help us all move forward to focusing on our future, our here and now. How do we enjoy our lives to the maximum effect? And manifestation has been something I just have been practicing for a long while, and I must say it really works. Of course, like everyone else, sometimes I get off target and I slip into bad habits, but luckily the more you do it, the more you have those tools in your toolbox to get back in really quickly. And I've got all my lovely plants to help me too. So without further ado, this is number 7. Please, 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 everyone go and buy a copy of this beautiful book, because you're going to see as we go through it, there's lots of different exercises that you can do that you can actually do in the book. So it almost becomes a living journal for you, which is really lovely. It's orange, which is my favorite color, which really helps. So I carry this with me everywhere, because I just feel it's got a really lovely energy behind it. Now, last time we got up to page 73, step 3, and today we're going to be starting on page 73, which is stepping out of your comfort zone. So as usual, I'm just going to read through the book and butt in with some comments when I feel it's ready. Okay, are we ready? Let's get started. So stepping out of your comfort zone. Once we have understood the self-sabotaging cycle and the requirement to be okay with some degree of discomfort, we can align our behavior in the most powerful and magnetic way of all, by regularly and continuously stepping outside our comfort zone. To manifest change, we must first create change. We must first do something different. We must challenge our fears and doubts. We must act as our future self would act, and we must show the universe how ready and willing we are to step into our power. Now, I'm just going to show you, hopefully you've all got the book here, but there's so many nice things that are marked out in this book. You can see I've got bookmarks all over the place. So really, don't be afraid to make marks in it and do things that really resonate with you where you need some extra help. Okay, lovely. Here are a few ways to help you step outside your comfort zone and into manifesting your power. 1, be clear on your why. Before stepping out of your comfort zone, be clear on why you want to do so. The why is what will drive you through the discomfort. The why is what will keep you focused and connected to your vision and keep you motivated if you were met with any challenges or obstacles. Frequently asked question: how do I find out what my why is? Whenever you think of something you want to manifest, ask yourself, what do I think achieving that goal will do for me, energetically, emotionally, physically, mentally, or spiritually? How will it affect my day-to-day life and my feelings of peace, contentment, self-love, and joy? Such important advice. When it's really worth feeling into it. We've seen throughout this book that you've really got to feel the emotions associated with what you manifest, not just have it as a tick list on a to-do. You've got to make it a living, breathing, really, really important thing for you. When I first started this YouTube channel, it was so uncomfortable for me. It really involved me going outside my comfort zone, because I absolutely hated seeing myself on camera and listening to myself. But my real why, there are lots of whys which I can go into another time, but to build a community where people felt included, not excluded, which there's been so much of over the last sort of 2 years in general over life, but in particular it's come to the forefront over the last 2 years. So for me, pushing myself out my comfort zone has had so many benefits that I didn't even realize at the start. I've met such amazing people. I've learned and continuing to learn so much about myself. I'm developing new skills that I didn't even know that I could do. And I'm really enjoying learning and progressing again. And yes, it is uncomfortable sometimes, but each time I can see it getting a little bit better and a little bit better. And, you know, I really do feel part of this community now. When we step outside our comfort zone, everything will be new, which means that inevitably we will be faced with some obstacles to overcome. One of the most common characteristics of any successful individual is their ability and willingness to persist through challenges. I'm sure that every one of us can remember a time when we have buckled and given up at the first hurdle. Why do we do this? Because challenges trigger our insecurities and test our self-worth. If we are faced with something that we find difficult, we question our own abilities, or if a plan falls through, we worry that we are simply unlucky. We allow challenges to reinforce our limiting and subconscious beliefs that we're not worthy of having the things we desire most. So what do we then do? We run. We run because our innate tendency is to escape from things that make us feel bad. But if you want to manifest successfully, you must resist the urge to give up and instead find an alternative way to move forward. I've always been obsessed with reading, watching and hearing the stories of incredibly successful people, from CEOs to world-famous musicians. What I find most inspiring about their journeys is learning about the times they had to persist in the face of challenge, or when they had to think of creative new ways to overcome a potential deterrent to their dreams. It reminds me that the road to success, or to manifesting everything you want, is not always easy or straightforward. You have to show up for yourself, take action, and keep going, even when you might feel like throwing in the towel. I know that if I had given up at every challenge or opportunity that came my way, I would never, ever have succeeded in manifesting all the things that I now have into my life. My own story was not a case of visualizing what I wanted, taking action, and then seeing all of it come to me straight away. I still had to face rejections and hurdles, but I never allowed them to stop me from moving forward. I never let them derail me or distract me from my goal. In fact, I flat out refuse to be defeated by obstacles. When something doesn't go right first time, I simply think of another way to do it. I know from personal experience, and I've been around long enough to know that this is so true. The sense of satisfaction and the improvement in your confidence and what you manifest into your life when you face those challenges and you don't give up is second to none. So really go for this, folks. You know, that there's a support network here for you. Please use it. And I really hope in the comments below we can all sorts of, you know, help each other through any challenges or obstacles or friction we might be seeing. The journey to discover and express your most authentic self is one that will take time, but one that will be worth every step. The more you're connected to who you really are and what you really desire, the more magnetic you become and the greater your manifesting power. Every time you act, ask yourself, is this aligned with what I think, what I believe, and who I want to be? Aligning your behavior is manifesting in action. The things you do day to day, the way you behave, the way you act, and the way you treat yourself, it all matters. The universe is responding to everything that you do. Aligning your behavior requires you to be proactive, take action, embody the person you want to become, move beyond your limiting beliefs or fears, step outside of your comfort zone, live authentically, and cultivate self-love through daily practice, creating healthy habits and committing to your own well-being. So we've got up to page 85, which is the end of step 3. And step 4 coming next is going to be overcoming tests from the universe. So lots of homework this week, folks. I want everyone to have such fun in really looking, what do they stand for? What do you stand for? What are your core values? Who is the person you want to be? And what actions can you take every single day that aligns with that? It's fun. Please share what's working for you below. One of the important things about this community, and I do check all the comments, might not be the same day, but I promise I do check them all, is please share what's working for you and share what's not. You know, half the time we learn best by trying things, and if it doesn't work, that's fine. We can cross that off the list and try something different. So please, please, please do share anything that you can feel comfortable below, because it really motivates others. And that's what this is about. I'm doing this to help build a community, to help each other along this path. And as Bryce and also I always say, we're all just walking each other home, which is one of Ram Dass's quotes. And we are. So enjoy the journey. I promise I won't leave it so long before the next one. Please do let me know below how you're getting on, and have a wonderful week, everyone, creating your new selves. Thank you for listening.